Now, as a lot of people have said before, video games are made for the entertainment of the player. Games should focus on giving a fun yet challenging experience to whoever's playing it. However, some game designers threw the idea of a fun, challenging experience out the window when they made certain aspects of a game. Now, while a lot of countdowns have focused on things like annoying bosses or enemies, I've decided to make one about annoying gameplay mechanics. But when I say gameplay mechanics, I'm referring to anything that affects the actual playing of the game itself. So, no repetitive one-liners. Sorry. And without further ado, I present my top 10 most annoying gameplay mechanics. This first one probably just annoys me, but it's wind. Okay, first off, not all wind in gaming is annoying. Some games actually use it very effectively and cleverly. Other games, though, have wind that just feels unnatural. What I mean when I say this is that whatever the heck is pushing your character feels nothing like wind. And this can lead to countless unnecessary deaths. Dang tornado! Imagine this scenario. You're playing Pokemon Diamond, challenging one of the gym leaders. It's taken forever to fight him, and your Pokemon are near fainting. His last Pokemon's health is about to run out, and you choose the finishing move when... And that is why I hate self-healing bosses. Hunting enemies. I hate these guys. Not only do they keep you on your toes throughout the entire level, but they're often invincible, which makes you the prey entirely. I hate being the prey. Zero from Sonic Adventure is the bane of my existence in Amy's story. Luckily, at the end of the story, I get to whack him with my hammer, electrocute him, and watch him explode. Now, a video editing montage. Who here has died in a game from something like this? Well, who hasn't? QuickTime events have wrecked both gameplay and cutscenes in numerous games. The games that they appear in have them show up so infrequently, the player never expects them. On top of that, they're often unrealistically quick. Sonic Unleashed for the PS3 and Xbox 360 is a perfect example of this. I'm running through Adavat having a great time, but when I run off a ramp, I'm greeted with a sequence of buttons like circle, square, square, X, triangle. Frustratedly, I try to complete it, but time runs out and Sonic falls. Yeah, I have human reflexes, you know. Enemies in video games are all supposed to have a point, to be defeated by the player. Sure, they give experience and items, but the main reason they're in the game is so whoever's playing it can beat them up. But if enemies respawn, I feel like their purpose is taken away from them, leaving pointless obstacles scattered throughout the level. Seriously, if they come back when I beat them, why not just leave them alone? As for how annoying they are, just think of this scenario. You're playing an FPS game. You see a single enemy trooper killing a lot of your teammates. You go and spend a lot of time trying to kill him. When you finally do, You just feel so happy. You just wanna... Backups? Really? This next one has been experienced by many racing game players, including me, and it's extremely annoying for whoever encounters it. Number 5 is Rubber Band AI. You know, when you knock another racer back and he just zips right past you? As I was playing this countdown, I came across a perfect example of this when I was playing Nicktoons Nitro at an arcade. I couldn't find any footage though, so I'll just have to tell the story using low-quality pictures. I was Aang, racing at the Four Nations. Timmy Turner comes up next to me as we get close to the Western Air Temple portion of the track. So I hit Timmy with an oil slick, ride across a bunch of boost pads, and then use a boost item. But Timmy doesn't care. He goes all, forget physics, and rockets by me. And that's why Timmy Turner irritates me to no end now. Oh gosh, no. Please, no. Constant beeping. Yeah? Well, I've got some beeping for you. What the? Oh, now we're getting into the really annoying stuff. Time limits. These are the bane of my existence in tons of platformers and RPGs. While some are realistic, most of them don't even give the player nearly enough time to finish. Pokemon Ranger Guardian Science past missions still tick me off because of how little time they give you to capture the boss and complete the temple. On top of that, a lot of the time limits don't even make sense. What, did he put a time bomb in his capture styler? I swear, if I see another time limit, I am going to... Now, I'm almost positively sure that those of you who have experienced this one have all hated it. Not only do you have to cooperate with stupid AI, but you have to protect them from danger. Yes, number 2 is the escort mission. These things are downright awful. You have to protect dumb, weak AI characters from danger, which just gets irritating. Oh, and did I mention that the idiots you're protecting either don't seem to notice the enemies or run straight into them? Honestly, are they trying to get themselves killed? In Pokemon Mystery Dungeon 2, my awesome team, which can blow through almost any dungeon by yourselves, gets caught up on the simplest of escort missions because an idiotic Metapod can't take a flamethrower to the face without eating up all of our reviver seeds. I can only think of one other gameplay mechanic more annoying than the escort mission. But before I move on to that, here's a recap. Number 10, wind. Number 9, dang gym leaders. Number 8, hunting enemies. Number 7, I have to react to that? Number 6, respawning enemies. Number 5, rubber band AI. Number 4, shut up! Number 3, time limits. And number 2, escort missions. I hate it. You hate it. It's wrecked tons of platformers across the gaming world. It's an unoriginal, unfun way of getting you to go through the level. It definitely deserves its spot at number 1 due to the sheer frustration it causes to gamers everywhere. It's auto-scrolling. What can I say about this other than it's annoying as heck? It constantly messes up platforming due to the moving camera, which is usually coupled with death from bottomless pits. Not to mention, it's unrealistic. Seriously, if Mario wants to go further right, what's there to stop him? A wall? Plexiglass? The Force? Anyway, it doesn't make sense at all, and it causes a lot of cheap and frustrating deaths, which makes it deserving of its spot at the top of the list. I'm Blue Knight 171, and I despise auto-scroll